All right, so growing up in Maine and just being from Maine, like,
I can
and
answer
being
this one.
involved in the music scene, like within Maine, like, how much has it changed since you guys started?
Besides the fact, I mean, Maine is constantly going through like venue problems. Like I feel like there's venues opening and then closing, but
Every state.
yeah, it's like being from Maine is so great for us because there's such a huge local scene because not a lot of touring bands come through, so it allowed us to really like develop ourselves and just get a big local following, you know, because kids really appreciate music up here. I feel more than like a lot more so than other places that are like oversaturated with touring bands and stuff. You know, when bands come around here, it's a big deal, you know, and like we were fortunate enough being from Maine to like get on some really good shows when we first started out. I mean, we played with All Time Low, we played with Plain White Tees, we played with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. 4 Years Strong. Like we just got so many awesome shows that came through the station in Portland. So Maine has just been wonderful for us, and it's great. It's like I don't know if it sounds weird, but it's like it's. I feel like for a band from Maine, it's easier to rise to the top in Maine than it would be per se in California. You know what I mean? It's like a small pond. So
I mean,
I love it.
You go from state to state, you see the amount of local bands that come out of each state.
Yeah.
And then you see like a smaller state. And
Maine is like has so many talented musicians. Like it could be, like at some point someday, I feel like it could be like the next Seattle or the next like whatever Portland, Oregon or Chicago. I mean, hopefully someday it's something like that. Like, you know, once one band like gets really big, I feel like it'll attract a lot of things and you know, and like also having WCYY in Maine has been amazing because
Hey.
we've gotten, you know, not a lot of radio stations around the country will just play a local bands, and we were really fortunate with WCYY for picking us up, and they do the Thursday night spinouts where they play local rock, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, like you see a lot of radio stations around Maine playing like bands like Legend Has It.
Yeah.
And just a lot of local
Up
bands.
here, WHSN spins a lot of cool bands, and
That's right out of Nescom too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a student radio station, so I mean,
it's
they
rad
love
though.
the music, and they put their hearts into it.
Yep.
To get the music out to everybody.
Yeah.
Right.